Hey guys, welcome back to the P3D video. It's been a while since I think it was 2 weeks maybe, and also it's been a goddamn while since we last flew the Airbus A330-200, but we're back. This is the BlackBox A330, not the Aerosoft one, that's not out yet. So yeah, this is the BlackBox one, and for some reason the aircraft door is too far away from that jetway, so I don't understand what's going to happen. So got some weird boarding going to go on today, but I'm just gonna have to live with that. Currently at stand Z5. This is at the Terminal 1, as you can see, and our takeoff runway is just over there actually. We've got some kind of cool terminals going on at France, if you just guessed. Yep, and we are Egypt Air, so we're at France, Paris De Gaulle, and we're off to, well, not Paris De Gaulle, Charles De Gaulle, sorry. We're off to Egypt, Cairo. This is going to be about 3 hours and 47 minutes on the flight time, according to PFPX. And so it's kind of a mid-haul flight, not long haul, not short haul, about mid-haul, which is nice. Yeah, it's been a while since we did the last full flight video. I'm going to try and do a bit more of these now. Streams will just calm down just the Europe tour probably by now. And see if we can punch out some full flight videos, because a lot of you guys love them. It looks like catering's finished, so we can go and close those doors. And we're just going to actually have to open that front door, sadly. Just because that's how this black box aircraft works. It's just not right. So, as you can see, we are in the cockpit, and we might as well set the Q&H, which is 994. We hit the yeah, that's not 994, but there we go. That's fine actually. 994. Yes, that's our Q&H today. Gonna get CSTR, which has some waypoint stuff added to it, so you can see dates and time, not date, but time you arrive at that waypoint, which is what CSTR means. VORs coming on, IRSs are aligning in the process as well. We do have external power turned on. Let's go and turn on the seatbelt signs and no smoking, because we do have fuel on board. Well, takeoff fuel, that is. So, no need for the crew supply, ground control, that's not really active yet. We do have the, if you can see, just come down here, you can see we've got the first nav and logo light on, number 1. No need for the wing light, is the day, beacon's not needed yet, engines haven't started, you have the emergency exit lights are armed as well. Anti-skids are on, that's good. It's been a while since I last flew the aircraft, so just trying to get used to it. So there's no need for any of the T-gas or weather just yet. And let's get set up the route. So LFPG off to Cairo, or HECA. Flight number is MSR. Yes, MSR 800. And just gonna but just gonna do a standard of 20 on the cost index. Gonna start our cruise at finish our cruise at 390. Sorry, we'll start at 370. We can just punch that in. No, we can't, so that's fine. We can just go and get it from the BlackBox pre-flight manager page, which is 168.2, and our block fuel of 35.6. There we go. So, we can see, I don't know if you can actually change that. That is correct anyway, so I think that just sets it automatically, which is cool. Right. Yeah, see the passengers boarding, and RS is going to line in 7 minutes, which is probably going to be the same time as the baggage is going to start boarding. So it looks like the passengers are probably just going to go out the back one. This door's just open because someone farted and we need to let out the bad gas. Right. Sorry if I sound a bit weird today. Just not got a bit of a blocked nose, so I might not say things clearly enough, or yeah, whatever. hopefully you can understand what I'm trying to say. So departure out of Paris today on the 09 right, which is actually very close to us. So not a long taxi for today, and we are doing the what's that? The LAN V2 Golf departure.
Good morning. Thank you.
LAN V2 Golf, there it is. Insert, and that's good.
Hello.
Yeah, so there's a lot of waypoint plotting and everything. So if there's anything else we need to do quickly in the cockpit, I think there is actually. So I think I might as well go and get the flight plan set up, and I'll be back with you once that's completed. Hey guys, welcome back. Just being the last waypoint. CVO is literally Cairo VOR, which is nice. Probably won't be we might be skipping that waypoint, so we get a nice approach into the runway. So yeah, so all the flight plan is now entered, but what we need to quickly do is set up our step climbs. So like I said, we're finishing off at 390, but we're climbing, we're staying at 370 up to KFN, which is here. No, just one after, TRL. If you come up here, it's a bit easier to line up the thing. So TRL, so we're doing slash 370, and then that's all set up. Okay, flight plan set up. Passengers just finished boarding. Looks like we're just getting the baggage on board now. So we can close those doors because that looks ridiculous. And now it's just the baggage, and RSs have aligned. Well, will align, sorry, in 1 minute. So go to the perf page, and we can set this up. So let's make sure the transition altitude is 5,000 feet. Just gonna make sure. So we're going to lateral 2 Golf departure, aren't we? And it's 5,000 feet, correct. We're going to do flaps. Well, not that heavy. We're going to do flaps 1 today. And the pre-flight manager has set us our trim, which is upper 4.1. I'm going to kind of guess the flex attempt, but I'm going to go like 25. It's normally like the max speed, which is 25 degrees, and we I don't know if we're going to get the V1 speeds now. Yes, we are. Okay, nice. So rotate speed of 152. So V1 of 137, VR of 152, and V2 of 159. I don't think that's going to change at all. Once the RSs have aligned, they're just doing this last little bit, and once that's finished, we can go and get up, set up the cruise. We can probably do it now actually. Set up to 390. Like so. Wrong one. There we go. So still got that. I don't know if it's to do with PTA, like this wing bit. It's a bit brighter than the rest of the aircraft. I'm not sure if it's PTA. Maybe this part of the aircraft's affected by PTA and this part isn't, or the other way around. Maybe this part of the aircraft is affected by PTA and this part isn't. It's a bit weird. BlackBox might need to fix it because you've got like this bit is brighter than the rest of the aircraft, like that aerial bit there. And yeah, nice new Panzer A320 in the background. Yeah, so this 3D grass is a bit weird. Had a problem with the winter texture one. Now it looks like the spring texture one's gone a bit weird. That green bit at the top isn't meant to be there. Looks like the baggage is actually loading on pretty fast, but I'll just quickly come back once it's almost finished. Right, welcome back. Hasn't really done that much, but what we're going to do is, well, let's talk about our taxi today. So we're going to be taxiing at Alpha, which takes us past the west side of the terminal buildings. Sorry. There's an aircraft taking off there. It takes us around the west side, and then we're going to go pretty much directly to the west via Delta, all the way to Delta 1, hold short, and that should take us to the end of the runway. If you see my streams, we did have some problems with the scenery. It was like placing scenery in the wrong area, if that makes sense. It was really weird. There's some like nighttime scenery in the day, and it was awful. I did turn off like loads of my scenery, like active scenery. Hopefully like that might help it. Not sure if it will, but I hope that fixes that problem. I'll find out when we get in the air, and if it's fixed, then you guys don't have to worry about anything, which is good. If you're wondering what I'm on about, you can see my stream when I went from Frankfurt to Copenhagen back to Frankfurt, and also my latest stream that I did, which was in the Dash 8, and there's some, you can see what I was on about there. I don't know if some of the scenery, because like a lot of flight time scenery currently isn't actually in prepared version 4, like compatible. Wrong door. Oh, it says boarding complete anyway, so we can close that forward cargo. So yeah, it's not all compatible, which might be the problem. So I turned off a loads of scenery just in case it was just like the prepared getting really mixed up with everything. So that's all. Hopefully it's fixed now. So, right, we're good there. Right, this is the point when I can literally request GSX for pushback. Currently GSX being a bit weird, so it's going to have to do it the slow way. Prepare for pushback with the nose going to the left. It still says IRS in 1 minute to align, which I think is a bit odd. We're going to get the AP started up now as well. Get the bleed on. Yes, this is IRS aligned. I don't know how to do something to make it aligned properly.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Let's quickly check the QNH for QNH update. 994. Okay. Is that the heading hasn't aligned? Right, what we can always do is literally do a quick align, and that'll just help us. IRSs are now aligned. Right, AP is running. Get rid of the external power. Parking brakes can be released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start that wheel.
Okay. So it's now pushing us back. And well, as it said, we can start up wheel, which is great. Just that heading's not going to like nav. Okay, except the runway heading in a minute. So, like I said, yeah, start at wheel. So ignition start. Number 2. Can take a quick look on the outside. And there goes the engine starting up. Right, GSX starting to push us to the left now. So what I'll quickly do is check the runway heading for 09 right, which is 085. And make sure we can align with the nav, and that should be good. It's an annoying thing about the Airbus, you have to align with the nav first before the heading kicks off. But we can stay at runway heading for, actually, it looks like we could runway heading until PG-094, which is nice. Right, let's go and start number 1. Beautiful view of the airport. Just want to fix that 3D textures in the grass there. It's a bit annoying. Just gotta live with it though. I hear one of them really kicking in. Right, pushback should finish soon. It looks like I might have started number 1 a bit too early. Whoopsies. Don't know if it's going to fix itself. It's trying to ignite itself. Ah, I know what's the problem. I thought I had those on. Right, parking brakes can set. Right, they're going to go crazy now. Yeah, look at them. Power up. Right. Sorry about that. Haven't flown this aircraft in a while. Typical me. So, right. I'm going to set 2000 on the TCAS. Going to take it out of TARA for some reason. Isn't that? We can get the weather online as well. There's no terrain. And the very slow, lazy GSX guys is going to take this time just to go and unhook us. So he's just walking through the vehicle. Yeah, so currently we are on the Alpha taxiway. We taxi down Alpha, we're going to cross Bravo, and then onto Delta, and then Delta 1. Alrighty, so that's all good. We can set the steering tiller active. Actually, we can probably keep it on the rudder for now, so we can do our flight control check. 4 left, 4 right, all the way down, all the way up. Right to the left, right to the right. Okay, we're good there. Right, let's go. Steering tiller active now, and we'll go to upper 4.1. There we go. Clear that off. Flaps 1. For some reason it went back. I don't know why. And
It's clear. Right is clear.
ground spoilers are armed. Auto brake is max. Ground is clear pretty much. Get rid of the APU stuff. Beacon light can come on. Taxi turn-offs. If I can find it. There we go. Yeah, just gonna wait for GSX to get out of the way. We are currently not. Don't think we were blinding it. Just right. Takeoff configs are normal, which is nice. Just gonna have to wait for GSX to get out of the way. So there it goes. Right. Release the parking brake. Bring in some engine power. Take a nice view here. Take a look back at the terminal. Bring in some more power. There it goes. Right. What I'd love to see actually is I've got some amazing FPS at this airport, which is just great because this airport is enormous. So yeah, so we're going to be taxiing down Alpha. Going to try and get a bit faster taxi speed, maybe up to 20 knots, 15 knots. Going to be crossing that. I think that's a bridge. Yeah, there might be some bridge over there, but that's where we're crossing Bravo. Shouldn't really taxi when I can't see where we're going. Right, I'm going to set idle power. Oh, might have just did that a bit wrong. I thought I could reset it, but nope. So 085 for the runway heading, like so. So that is some sort of taxiway. Don't know where that goes off to, but Bravo is coming up. Or actually, it says to say Quebec. Nothing to do with Quebec on my Navigraph charts, but unusual. Yeah, you can see we can't actually turn on to Bravo or Quebec, apparently. So, I'm going to go on to Delta here. So yeah, we've got loads of space on this runway, as it's 4,200 meters long. Gonna get some nice engine speed as we just turn around, not turn past this. Nice steering. Beautiful. Yep. You just about make out the runaway turn-offs down there. Don't know if you can see it from the taxi, the cockpit. No. So yeah, I'm just going to skip the video until we are finished. Well, until I've almost finished, which is reaching Delta 1, just passing Delta 6 there. We could probably make it on Delta 3 actually, because we are pretty much going almost full power. So yeah, let's actually go taxi Delta 3, which is probably about 3,900 meters, or like 3,800 meters long of our takeoff today. Yeah, it does actually say Delta now. Don't know what that Quebec thing was on about. Very weird. So Delta 4 is just up here, which is probably what normally the ATC will make you go to. But we're going to go off to Delta 3. See Delta 4 just there. It looked like we probably taxied up there, but it's fine. Try and get not too much of the runway, but just enough runway, just so we can get off the ground. I know you guys love these videos of the black box aircraft, and just let me know what airline you want me to fly. If you don't know what airline or anything, maybe say continent to continent or country to country, and I'll let you know if I have the scenery or not. So here's Delta 3. No aircraft down there, is there? No. And there shouldn't be any aircraft on the other side of the runway. So pretty much good to not cross the runway, but go onto the runway. Gonna get landing lights, takeoff lights, strobes can come on, and we're good there. Right. And we're good to take off as well. Gonna go a rolling start, which is very nice. So once we've pretty much lined up the runway, I'm going to set the timer to on, and we'll be on our way. Or the chrono, pretty much, which will do our flight time. Right, just going to set chrono. Bring in some engine power. Release that to the rudder is active. Flex. Man flex SRS runway. And we're flexing up to 25 degrees Celsius. So airspeed is alive. We're powering through that. Lovely. And just going to wait until the V1 speed. There's 100 knots. Taking a nice little outside view here. There's V1 just passed just a tad ago. Rotate. Okay, I've forgotten how quickly this aircraft rotates. It's a bit unusual. Gear up. Very sensitive on the yoke, actually. Just trying to keep. So you can see that we're actually back to the nav now, which is good. Going to be told to go back to climb power about 2,000 feet into our takeoff. That's fine, don't worry. Just gonna wait till I think it's like 1,800 feet, so 1,800 feet that is. There we go, climb power. Right. Bring the nose down, or we can pretty much just get the autopilot turned on. And as soon as we pass the S mark, if I bring up here, the S mark means slats, and that's a safe speed. Once we pass it to get rid of the slats, which are these bits at the front. And I believe I may have fixed my issue, unless it just doesn't occur in France. I think I might have fixed it, yeah, which is very nice to see. Looks like that so stops there, unless that's a tunnel. That little bridge there. Right, just passing the slat speed, so flaps are coming up. And putting up some range, or zoom as you call it. Here, that's it. As soon as we pass 5,000 feet, going to cut into the cinematics at this view. Like you guys remember, lots of you, I love the cinematics. You get a good view of the aircraft. And let's just get rid of that. Oh, hello. Get rid of the ground spoilers. So we're climbing at 2,000 feet per minute, which is actually pretty cool. 2,500 now. That's a pretty fast climb rate. Right, standard pressure. There we go, that's how you do it. Alright, that's good. So, hope you enjoyed our takeoff out of Paris Charles De Gaulle, or the ICAO of LFPG. And I will see you down in the descent. Enjoy the cinematics. Goodbye. Hey guys, welcome back into the descent down into Cairo, also known as HECA, which is its ICAO code, in Egypt, just north of Egypt that is. And flight time currently of 3 hours and 36 minutes, which is very nice. It is flashing standard pressure because it thinks that transition altitude is 18,000 feet, sorry. It's actually 6,000 feet. As we're on this page, we're going to also just punch in all the QNHs, which is 1016, temperature is 21 degrees, and 330 at 11 is our winds. And we are a Delta aircraft, I believe. Don't really have to worry about what that means, but that kind of means that we have to have our minimums at 642. If we're Charlie, which is like an Airbus A320 sort of size, maybe 631, but we are the big aircraft, so we're going 642. I believe it's that way around, unless you go Bravo for big aircraft, I'm not sure. Right, we're going to go low water brake today. We've got a 4,000 meter long runway because we are landing on 05 center today, which actually is at a heading of 045 as well. We're going to go straight to the CVO VOR, which will just take us straight over the airport actually, and then we'll spin ourselves around. So we go down south of the ILS first, and if I bring up the charts, you'll be able to see what I mean. So here's the CVO come over the airport, comes south on the Delta, so we get like a longer turn because we are the big aircraft, and then we come in on the ILS. It's that simple. Yeah, so that's all set now. We can probably get the seatbelt signs to stay on. So, and that's all good. Right. It's got a slow descent actually. You can see the CVO. Oh, can't see anymore actually. But we'll soon pass over the airport. When you pass 10,000 feet, should be at 250 as well, which we should pass that in 3 minutes apparently. 10,000 feet, so this is quite a slow descent actually, which is disappointing. I might have to skip the video, sorry, because there's not much else to do in the aircraft, and yeah. Let's go and check the plan quickly. Make sure if we go via CVO, we can make sure that we actually go south of this, and then we can bring ourselves in. Which is just hope the aircraft does something similar to that. Take a look outside actually. It's quite quiet, the engines, because they are running at idle power. Never really thought Egypt would be ooh, is that a problem that I might know about? Unless that's just that. Yeah, I don't think that's the problem, but it's sort of like that, where like some scenery's been placed from somewhere else, placed there, but it's not in a square. Like object, it's not square, and it's meant to be a square like scenery object, which meant that it would be in one place. Like see here, when it's just been squared off. Don't think that is the problem, but I just think it's just nighttime textures, maybe just default P3D. It's kind of hard to explain what happened, but you can always go and check out the stream that we did, which is in the Dash 8, the latest one. In the Dash 8, and also the flight from Frankfurt to Copenhagen and back to Frankfurt. You can see what I was on about there. But yeah, it's just passing 10,000 feet, so we need to go and get the lights on. It does say to get more drag, I did see that, so let's bring out some speed brakes. There they are. That gets us down to 250 knots. That's at 4,500, which is the VOR or CVO altitude that we should be holding at. Not holding, but arriving at, sorry. Yeah, so lights on. There they are. Can't really see them at any of the views. Do you see something passing? Oh, it's just a black texture. Probably that is just for the shadows. There's a pen in there. Use that pen to print some stuff out. Or write some stuff, sorry, not print. Yeah, I wonder when BlackBox is going to make these MCUs like separate from each other, which would be really nice. And suddenly it's got so foggy. Oh dear. Apparently the airport's clear, but currently where we are is quite foggy. There's none reported on clouds, that is. Visibility is 6,000 meters or 3.7 miles. S miles, whatever that is. Right, don't need the speed brake anymore. That should be gone, yeah. Oh, lag spike. That must be the airport loading in. Well, FPS has dropped, so obviously it has loaded in. But obviously there's fog, so I can't actually see it. Yeah, so if you go to the perf page, approach is 137, landing of 132. If I just put this to 137, that's the wrong one. It doesn't actually line up very well, does it? Okay, there we go. This should be 137. 137, let's say. You can always like try and re-enter the arrival in. We should probably just get that bit back, so we can just re-put this in. Oh, actually, that's changed our flight plan. Right, I guess we're not going to CVO then. I guess we can try and make it. Let's just forget about that. There we go, that's fine. I guess that, like, no altitude bit there's fine for now. At CVO, I want to be at a speed of 190. So we can get our, like, the turn in, because it's a bit of a tight turn. Like, the aircraft physics isn't amazing. And the sounds as well. Just about to see some stuff in there. You can see there's actually desert there now. And it just cuts off. I think that's just typical FGX Global, or just prepared. More likely prepared. Yeah, those waypoints there don't really matter because we're going to go onto the ILS and the approach, which is good. So, as soon as we pass CVO, we're going to go a heading of 198. Which is going to get ready. Then I'm going to use Navigraph charts to find out when we should start turning on final. We should be going, starting our... Let's bring that down to 2,500. Start our ILS at 2,500. so we can get the aircraft descending there. Once we reach 2,500, it does say that's when we should turn on final. Right, let's get out of standard pressure, and there's 1016. Let's just make sure it's stayed the same since we last checked. Of course it has. Great. Aircraft's not descending. So yeah, currently 3 hours and 47 minutes, which is the estimated flight time. So we are a bit delayed today. Don't worry about that beep, it will soon disappear. Right, 198. Okay, it's going to do it again, don't worry. And that other one. Right, going to send at 1,000 feet per minute. Or maybe just a bit more. Just so we can get up to that speed there. Going to bring in some deceleration. If we can. Got the speed brakes out, they're not doing much. We are just a tad faster than we should be anyway. Just past 250 knots and under 10,000 feet and above 250 knots, which is quite bad. Well, it's not bad, it's just not what you want. So I'm going to try and reduce the descent rate. And that should get us to decelerate. And they're going to reduce to flaps 1, and that will also therefore help us reduce the descent rate. It looks like we are decelerating very slowly. So if I just make us descend very slowly, then I can get flaps 1 out, which is just this 240 knot speed there, and then it'll be all good. Look at that speed, traveling a bit too fast. I was going to set flaps 1. Which is just the slats, to be honest. Right. So there we go, got some more deceleration. Send a bit faster now. So we can just keep going until we reach 2,500 feet. Probably just going to swing the aircraft a tad round, about like 205. Right, let's reduce the descent rate now to 500 feet. 210. And I reckon we can probably like swing the aircraft round into final, so if we can arm the localizer. Approach phase is active. Let's swing the aircraft round.
2,500.
Set flaps 2. Keep swing the aircraft round. Probably like a 3-0 for now. Right, I can get rid of the speed brakes. Get the aircraft and do it by itself. You can arm the speed brakes there as well. The aircraft should hold at a good steady speed of 150 something. Right. Let's turn the aircraft for like a final approach. And there's 2,500 feet. So this is our final heading of 340 and probably like 350, let's go. Or just straight north. Let's keep it 350. At this heading, we should intercept the localizer and then probably actually just arm the approach. That'll get the localizer all good. Turn on the ILS, we can see that we are below the glide slope, which is nice to see. I'm going to override the speed here just to keep us a bit faster than what we actually are. Got airport in sight. I believe that's the airport. Some sort of things going on there. Red lights equal airport apparently. Right, let's turn on that final north heading. Like 005. We slide into the localizer, which should be nice. There's the runway there. That's center runway. Keep sliding in. There's the localizer. Localizer is now active, which is nice. Glide slope will come in soon. Once the glide slope's active, we can go and get the speed to come back to automatic. Or what? Just pretty much the approach speed, which is 137. I can probably just send it. I can probably reduce the speed now, just make sure we can decelerate to 150. The glide slope is slowly about to come in now, so we should catch it. We're on the localizer. As soon as the glide slope comes in, we're going to bring gear down. Well, the landing checklist has actually just come up, so let's go and bring gear down anyway. Flaps 3. Flaps full. And glide slope is now active. Very nice. We're going to do an automated land today as well, because I don't like landing a black box aircraft right now. It's a bit sensitive. Right. As soon as we reach like 2,000 feet or just around there, we can actually probably reduce some more speed. It's like 137 was the approach speed, isn't it? Bit of turbulence on our approach today. There we go. That should be the last warning for today. Just telling us we're passing 2,000 feet. Something over there. Oh, maybe it's not the last warning. Do miss these black box warnings, don't you? Look at that. Let's see if we can get a cool cinematic. Look at that. Right, runway is in sight. If I just turn it off that, it should be stuck on 137 anyway, which is good.
1,000.
Right, all the lights is now just loaded in. I don't want to take that long to do it, but it's fine. If you want to track the flight as well, you can go ahead to projectfly.co.uk and visit the Flight Simmer page or whatever.
100 above.
It should be like called the Flight Simmer. And you can check out all my flights there. I should have put a link in the description
Minimum.
if I remember. Right, minimums continue. Even on the glide slope and the localizer. But we're not actually. Got 2 reds, 2 whites. It's 500 feet.
400.
Right. Land.
$300.
That's just testing the black box landing system.
200.
At the moment, I don't think it likes the turbulence.
100.
Sink rate.
50.
And
40, 30,
obviously it's going to
20.
do a big
Retard
landing. It's
line.
going to be really hard. Okay, maybe not.
Retard.
Right, idle throttle. And aircraft won't turn to the right. Oh dear. Full right rudder. And aircraft is not going to the right. What's going on here? Why is the rudder not working? Have I lost control of it? Right, I'm really sorry about that, guys. I am really confused. Okay, what a great landing. Let's get these lights on. Okay, very unusual landing, let's just say. Alright, let's go and clear up. Wow. Not the greatest of landings. Stop the timer. Yeah, anyone want to know what happened? Because that rudder did not want to do anything. That really confused me. Alright, dome light on. Floodlights off. Did not want to bring that up. Try and spin the aircraft all the way around. And let's go and request GSX. Let's go and take a look at the parking spaces that we can take a look at. I'm sure I'm going to get loads of comments about that landing. But I literally had full right on the rudder. You actually saw down there, I was like full right on that rudder. But the actual rudder wasn't. Oh, it's probably. Oh, the autopilot was still on. There's our reason. Right. That was the reason. Surely it should do it automatically. I mean, did I turn off the autopilot at the last minute? I think I did. No, I didn't. I did not. Right, okay. Let's forget about that for now. Let's get ourselves a gate. I have no idea which one to go for. Probably Golf 4. Right, let's slow it down. Okay, we can't actually taxi through here. It's big X's. I did not realise. What actually is this taxiway anyway? No, I think we can actually. Let me just check. Yeah, it says we can. It's just the scenery's a bit outdated. Yeah, there's a flight time of 3 hours and 57 minutes. This is going to clear up anyway. Right, let's go and get the AP started up. Swing the aircraft to the left. Reduce a bit of rudder, which will just help us get some speed. Right, I do miss BlackBox, but I think it just needs some more updates. I know it's getting lots of views on the channel, which is great. I'm loving that, but it just, yeah. It's gonna change our parking spot. Maybe. I can't taxi down there. Actually, there's no need to change it now. Just gonna see if we can park there, but we can't taxi down that taxiway there. It is old scenery, so it is lying to us. Yes. So, obviously that landing rate was a bit crazy. everyone died on board, let's just say. 1,000 feet per minute. Not the greatest of landings, but it's not really my fault, it's BlackBox's fault. They still need to work on their flight dynamics, sorry. Right, there's our gate just there. So we're going to go there. Or stand, as you should call it. Let's keep the aircraft moving. Nice. Yeah, once the ASUS released their Airbus A330, yeah, definitely going to use that. Even though it's ASUS. Obviously, this can have a way better A330 than BlackBox, but I'm not sure if it's going to release this year at all. So it's going to find out. I'll definitely buy it. A bit of an overturn there. Oh, great parking as well. I was going to say I was going to slow it around, but I had my foot on the rudder, and when that happens, you do not want to slow the aircraft when I am on the rudder. You can probably see. Might be able to see what happened on Project Fly. That just does not go so well. Right. Okay, we're here, we're on the ground, it's a sin, it's BlackBox, who gives a damn? Park breaker set. AP is running. Let's go and kill the fuel first of all. Force the engines to shut down, then literally get rid of the fuel. Engines are shutting down, which is nice. Get rid of all of that. Request deboarding. Seatbelts can come off. Beacon off now. Wing light on. Got external power and the APU. So if we're running on APU, then no need for the external power. Remember to operate the jetway. Does the jetway operate? Nice. That's all connected up now. Okay, we're just a tad off. Right, I hope you guys loved the video. The landing was not so great, I'm sorry about that. And yeah, just a bit of a disaster really. I hope to see you guys all in the live streams upcoming, and also the upcoming full flight videos that will be coming as well. Don't worry, we will try and get some better, more realistic flights into the channel. Yeah, BlackBox. I'm not a great fan of BlackBox, but they did give me the plane for free. I'm very proud of that. I might have asked a bit too early, really. I just really want to wait until they can get some flight dynamics fixed. Because when I put the rudder on, it should override the autopilot, but obviously it did not. So, yeah. I hope you guys understand, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video and the next upcoming streams. Goodbye.